Hello and welcome to my Instagram and YouTube community. Today we are focusing on day three, nearly said day four. It is day three of the mindset challenge. Okay, so mindset challenge, it's 21 days, takes 21 days to develop a new habit, basically. I am going to be looking both at my laptop for YouTube and then my phone for Instagram. As you're coming in, do feel free to say hello and also to hit the subscribe button and follow. So we're focusing on positive affirmations and why it's essential for entrepreneurs to have that embedded into your mindset to help you in achieving goals, entrepreneurship goals, as well as personal lifestyle goals. And as you have connected with me in the past or just now, if you're not aware, what I tend to talk about is mindset related matters, travel, as well as social media and digital marketing matters. These all interlink into a digital nomad lifestyle. And what motivated me to create this 21-day challenge was also to help myself get into a consistent routine in terms of showing up daily to record live videos, as well as to create blog posts on every day. So what I do before I hop on into these live sessions, I tend to write a script. It's a day-by-day script for 21 days, as I came up with this idea last week. So every single day I'm creating blog posts, and then what I do is then create it into a micro blog post for Instagram. The reason why I'm sharing this is that it may also help you as part of your entrepreneurship journey to have some form of like sequence in terms of the products and services that you want to create. And at the end of this as well, I'll be looking to create something that is more tangible as an online education course as well. Okay, so it's looking at the end goal. Whatever you create in terms of videos, it's always helpful to have an end goal. Let's head on over to the main topic, which is about positive affirmations. And I'll just adjust my screen so that I can stay focused on the main key points that I wanted to share with you today. Okay, so just in terms of like positive affirmations, how do they help you as an entrepreneur to become solution focused as well as somebody who's consistent in achieving the outcomes you want to achieve? Okay, so in the past, I spoke about, not in yesterday, let me start all over again. Yesterday, I spoke about 5 words, which were like negative words that prevent you from achieving a goal. So today we're looking at 5 positive words, which will help you to turn those negative words into a positive. Okay, so now linking on to the past. In the past, you may not have received positive affirmations in terms of who you are as a person. So it may have impacted on your self-awareness, self-belief, self-confidence, to the point that it transfers on into how you approach your daily life in terms of achieving your personal goals and entrepreneurship goals. I was in a similar position. I used to work in 9 to 5, enjoyed what I did, but I didn't feel fulfilled. And there was also something just in terms of like my confidence levels. There were words that I used to say about myself, which were, I'm not good enough, I'm too quiet, I'm an introvert. And I didn't realize the type of words that I was saying over time, which were also preventing me from actualizing my greatest potential. In my vision, I could visualize myself being this confident person, this person who was social. So it wasn't equating to the current or present person. And I was like, why is my vision somebody who is more confident? So most of us will have a vision where we want to become something that is more, especially like if you're moving from like an introvert or somebody who doesn't have that a high level of confidence, you probably might be visualizing yourself being in your best version of somebody who's like more confident. So the best thing is always to especially this mindset challenge is about challenging yourself to move beyond those self-limiting beliefs, self-doubt, turn it into a positive, and then to embrace that, to actually feel it, to mean it, because you may not have received that validation. And why it's essential is that when you are online as well, you may experience that if you're coming from a place where you haven't positively affirmed yourself, you might be waiting for the longest time to hear words like, I am proud of you, you're doing a great job, or any other words that you feel like you're talented, you're great at what you do. And if you haven't received that in your personal life, and then you go onto like social media, people start liking you. I'm just giving you examples. People start liking your post and you're thinking, oh, that's validation about something I am doing great. Now, if those likes or follows start to decrease, you may start to look at that as, I am not great enough. I'm not good. I'm not doing what I'm meant to be doing. So all these negative words are coming through. The thing is, when you have a strong premise about who you are and positively affirm, whatever is going on externally tends to impact you less. So that's where positive affirmations are great, because they will help you regardless of the number of likes, the number of followers you have, because you will be focused on your life vision, your purpose, adding value, and also realizing that when you are on an entrepreneur, it's not always about, you will not always receive validation or positive affirmation, somebody saying you're great at something. It can be, and it is, a journey which can be isolating or lonely. That's where positively affirming yourself will help as well. So let's go on to the definition of what positive affirmations are. So positive affirmations are inspiring statements that are useful when you're trying to fight negative thinking and self-doubt. Okay, so when you're trying to make a leap from an employee to an entrepreneurship mindset. And this can also be not necessarily just about entrepreneurship, it's also about your own personal life goals that you're wanting to achieve. So leaping from an employee to an entrepreneur, negative thoughts about the decisions that may occur. Okay, so I'll just read that again. Positive affirmations are inspiring statements that are useful when you're trying to fight negative thinking and self-doubt, when you're trying to make the leap from employee to entrepreneur. Negative thoughts about, it can be negative thoughts about the decisions that you're making. Your daily thoughts can impact the level of the success you attain in your business. So this is a quote, and the reference will be in any educational resources will be in my blog post, and detailed information of anything that I'm sharing with you, including questions that I'll have for you towards the end. So what you want to do is remain till the end, so at least that you can have a few questions that you can walk away with and implement them yourself. It's also helpful to have like a post-it note, a journal, a notebook. Post-it note is for or even like a board where it's something that is visual, so that when you have written down the 5 words that I mentioned before, then at least you can see them visually every day until it becomes embedded in your mind. And this is exactly the same thing that I did for myself as well. Okay, so it's something that is a continuous journey. Okay, so when I say 21 days, like mindset challenge or affirming yourself, changing negative to positive, it's just making that small thing can hugely impact on the outcomes you achieve on a daily basis. It's about stepping into routines and training your mind to move beyond what has been limiting you before. Okay, so 21 days is not sufficient. It's about moving beyond those 21 days. So what I can say is basically that we're just starting. The 21 days is just the start of what is going to happen for the rest of your life, where you will be implementing things that will help you routinely until they're embedded in here to become a daily practice, a routine, up to the point that you don't even think about or look at the wall or the board or reminders, you embrace it and it becomes part of your life. Okay, so confidence, it's something that doesn't happen overnight for most people. And when you want to shift from like being like an introvert to an extrovert, that's me, my personality. Or that's what I used to label myself. And I decided to strip all those labels and I just embrace the things that I'm passionate about, that I have like a desire or goals to achieve. So you can be anybody that you want to embrace in your vision in order to actualize your greatest potential. So this is what it's all about. Okay, so the type of self-limiting beliefs, connecting to what I spoke about yesterday, it and these are things that I am writing based on what I was experiencing as well. So fear of failure, fear of success, overwhelm, self-doubt, and feeling uncomfortable, fearful, or even anxious about moving beyond your current position. So it might be your career, or it might be any environment that you're in. You want to shift something, but you're not able to do that due to not positively affirming what you visualize and how you feel about yourself. Okay, so we can also be our worst enemies at times, because no, our worst enemies in terms of being very difficult on ourselves. And the other aspect of it is also perfectionism, not wanting to let go of things that you have created because you feel as though it needs to be perfect before anybody needs to see it. Self-doubt that people will be interested in it as well. Okay, so part of that as well is about affirming that I am willing to let go and let the outcome be what it will be, because I've created something thoughtfully, with the intention to serve a purpose, with the intention to help other people. Okay, so I'm ready to let go of it because I have the confidence that it will help, or it'll help benefit people. Okay, so there are people out there who would value what you have. Okay, so it's starting from believing in yourself as well. Okay, so I'm just going to look at lessons learned, and I hope all of this is resonating with you. Do feel free to leave a comment below. On Instagram, the live stay on for a limited amount of time, so you can always hop onto YouTube if should you wish to replay the videos into the full video as well, just to to keep up to date. So lessons learned in terms of why it's essential to positively affirm yourself and the negative things that you think about. So it'll help you. I'll give you an example. What I was going to mention was that it will help you to become unstuck. So if you recall, in the beginning, I mentioned that I created this 21-day challenge last week, well, in my mind mentally, and then this week I started to implement it on a daily basis. So it will shift. The reason I did that is that I wanted to shift and challenge myself, because I know winter time is coming, winter blues are going to be set in. So this is enabling me as well to take accountability, to show up every day, to not be in my pajamas every single day because of like being at home most of the time. And that in itself becomes although it might seem basic, it does help mentally and with your well-being, to be doing something that is a routine. So it's helping. Positive affirmations will help you with when you buy into yourself and believe that you can achieve anything and it's possible. You will move from a point of becoming stuck, uncertain, overwhelmed, scared and fearful. It's not going to happen overnight. It's going to happen eventually. It helps to connect with what you visualize, your best version, and who you want to become. It also it empowers you to have an optimistic outlook. Okay, so an optimistic outlook is regardless. So you're moving beyond misery loves company. You're optimistic because you know that you can positively affirm that whatever you're doing, it's going to be possible, even if it doesn't happen overnight. it will eventually happen. We're not looking for instantaneous results, especially when it comes to entrepreneurship. It's about investing yourself on a continuous basis and then making it a habit and implementing what you learn as well. Because if anything, I can just talk and talk forever and you consume it. But if you live here and you haven't written anything down or implemented anything, the likelihood is that you could potentially not help yourself to move beyond where you want to move to. So writing things down, then practicing it, the positive affirmations, speaking them out loud. It may sound ridiculous, it helps. It does help. And I did that. I used to have them on the wall. I still have like the papers from before. I should have bought them here. And this was about 4 years ago. Every single day, as part of like my exercise routine, I would have the affirmations in front of me. And then I would say them out loud because I knew that on the other side, I had crossed out the negative affirmations. That's something you can also do, or tear them up. But I wanted to see the negative and then what I was buying into myself, which was the accurate reflection of who I was, to say it, to affirm it until it was confirmed. So this is not something you are making out about yourself. You're not making it up. You are already buying into who you want to become as a person because it's already innate. It's already within you. Okay. It's just that the missing bit is that ability to be able to actualize it. Okay, so positive affirmations also help you to become resilient through challenging times, because as you positively affirm yourself and what you believe in, your core values, your vision, who you are as a person, the likelihood is that external factors, you will still acknowledge them, but you won't let them come into overly consume you to the point that you forget about who you are and what you want to achieve in life as well. Okay, so just in terms of it helps you as well to put, when you do like positive affirmations, it helps you to have that confidence in terms of your prospective clients. Okay, so if you're not confident in terms of positively affirming yourself, then you have to ask yourself this question as well: how will others buy into me, my message, what I believe in, my products and services, if I don't believe in myself? Okay, so if I'm not positively affirming who I am and I'm only using negative words, what is the impact? What are people going to see externally about me? Okay, so it's going to say, I am uncertain, I am fearful, I am unsure, I am scared, I am scared of letting go, or I'm scared of introducing my products and services. I'm going to show you my product, then I'm going to run away. So what you want to do is believe in what you have to offer. Okay, so believe that you've got a life purpose, a vision, and then the affirmations are about, I am confident. Okay, I truly believe that what I am creating is intended to help some people. It's not for everybody. Okay, so not everybody is going to, hello, on Instagram. So not everybody is going to buy into what I have to offer. Okay, so even if it's a few people, that is great. It's fantastic because I am doing something that is adding value, that is helping people. Okay, so I hope this is all resonating. So for anybody who has hopped on, today we are on day 3. I was going to hop on to day 5 of the mindset challenge. And yesterday we talked about 5 negative words you may say to yourself or say to yourself often, which stop you or prevent you from moving forward into actualizing your personal goals, your entrepreneurship goals. And today we are counteracting that and focusing on 5 positive words that you can start to own and embrace and believe that you have what it takes. So positively affirm. You may not have received those positive affirmations before. So this is about taking accountability and owning it, and not relying on external influences such as social media to validate who you are as a confident, or not as a person, basically. So that's where we are today. Then moving on, how can you then start to believe in everything that you're affirming about yourself? What also helps as additions on top of that, it's important to surround yourself with like-minded people that will assist you in, or you mutually beneficial relationships. You assist each other to stay solution focused, to focus on positive outcomes. Positive outcomes does not necessarily mean you're happy all the time, but you're optimistic that regardless of what's going on in my environment, regardless of crisis, there's still solutions that I can offer. There's still people that I can help. And I also believe in myself and my potential. Okay, so if you're in the financial position to be able to do so as well, it is beneficial to invest in a mentor, a coach, or a specialist. Mentors are usually free. They should be free because it's somebody who's experienced and is offering their services. A coach, a specialist in different areas of your life. Okay, so for example, myself in the past, I've invested in coaches, nutritionists, physiotherapists, because I needed it for like my health. Mindset, I mentioned earlier, I joined mindset challenges. Okay, so some of the things don't necessarily need to all be paid. And why you want to do this is that on our own, it's so easy to give up. Okay, it's so easy to buy into, I'm going to eventually do it, or I'm going to do it tomorrow, or I don't have it in me. I don't have what it takes, and you give up. But when you are around people who think like you face the similar type of challenges, self-doubt. What it helps to do is that when you're like-minded individuals, is that regardless of the self-doubt, low confidence, you continue to push through it. It becomes a routine. You know that whatever you're thinking is only temporary. So you don't get crippled by what is happening in terms of your self-doubt, because you've already embedded the positive affirmations routinely over a long period of time. Okay, so I'm going to go towards the end just in terms of leaving it to tasks. So in the beginning, I mentioned about questions that could potentially help you in terms of positive affirmations. Okay, so let me just have a glance at what I have written down on my, excuse me, on my notepad. Okay, so number one, the 5 negative words. For those who were here yesterday on YouTube and Instagram, and it's about changing them. So even if you weren't here yesterday, you can still hop on, join for yourself. 5 negative words that you said about yourself, and then use 5 positive words that will help you to then start to embrace them during the 21 days and beyond. So words that I used to use for myself was, I am not good enough, I am shy, I am an introvert. Okay, so before, I didn't realize that I was doing this routinely, and I was stopping myself from actualizing my greatest potential. So is there something in particular that you often say to yourself which is negative? How can you counteract that and make it into a positive? Then number 2, okay, affirm what you would do as a positive action. Okay, so noting it down and visualizing, seeing it every single day. What will you do every day to take actionable steps? It doesn't have to be grand. On TikTok, I talked about making my bed every day, because when I make my bed, as when I get up, it does something mentally for me and a lot of people, to then break into other routines that I need to achieve for the day. Okay, so it can be as small as something. It's what's meaningful for you. What do you visualize yourself being able to achieve? How does the person you see in your vision show up? So that person is you. Okay. Often when we see ourselves, we are a completely different person than the person we are in reality. So do you want to walk towards that person? That person is you. Okay, so I'll give you an example for myself. I used to see myself speaking on stage, but I was so nervous. I was just like, no, this is not happening. I am going to make a mistake. I am going to X, whatever excuses I needed to make. It was really nerve-wracking. It's not to say I don't feel nervous. I still feel nervous. What I did is I started to embrace what I felt were the negatives or the things that I stopped myself from achieving because I was telling myself these beautiful things that I needed to hear in order to stay within the comfort zone. Okay, so what you want to do is to be able to break through that. It might not sit pretty, it might be nerve wracking. This is about being able to walk towards the person that you visualize you want to become. Ultimately, that person is always somebody who is uh, they do more. That's the best way I can describe it. Okay, they do more, they're more confident. That's the opposite of not being confident. So they're more confident. They're the person you visualize achieving like your life vision, your goal, your purpose. Okay, so it's writing those things down and then starting to challenge yourself every day to do things that you visualize, although they're really scary. So these are entrepreneurship goals. We're not talking about skydiving, but if skydiving is your thing, go for it. Okay, but I'm talking about entrepreneurship goals and personal lifestyle goals in terms of wanting to establish something for yourself in the online arena or externally as well. So I'll leave you with the lasting things to give you an example of affirmations. And I want to thank you for joining me on this live session as well. So I'll just Rain and Yaso on Instagram, on YouTube. I can't see who's hopped on, but I will be reviewing comments. And do feel free to also get into contact with me as well on TikTok and probably here. Anybody who has expressed an interest, I will be doing a virtual party towards the end of the 21 days challenge. This is just an idea that came up. And the virtual party will just be a celebration of what you have embraced for yourself, what you have implemented, and just to acknowledge that. Okay. So the affirmations are: I am confident, I believe in myself, I am capable of achieving the goals that I set for myself. I am proud of myself. I have what it takes to become what I visualize. Okay, so I'll leave it there for today. And tomorrow is going to be visualization. Okay, what do you visualize? I've included a little bit of that. Okay, so I'm going to be expanding a little bit more about visualization and how it's helped me in the past as well. Okay, ciao for me for today. Until next time.